You can do great things from small spaces. That's just the story of how So Fresh, started.
Yeah.
So it's not enough to just have a passion for something. You need to learn the business side of it as well. Biggest struggle of every young entrepreneur would be how to start. Start right. It's not just putting out a product. It is in designing and releasing a great product that would sell itself.
Welcome to Page to Shelf podcast, powered by Bookspider. It's that podcast where we dive into the world of creativity and explore the stories behind the stories. I'm so excited to be here with you guys again, my wonderful viewers and listeners. Today's episode is going to be amazing, just like how we do it. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, I'll be introducing our topic and our amazing guests. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still your podcast, Page to Shelf, powered by Bookspider. Today we have an incredible guest who has not only built a thriving business, but has shared her journey in the most impactful way. Please welcome Mrs. Abimbola Balogun. Welcome to the show, ma.
Thank you so much for having me today.
It's good to have you here. So I'm going to be reading a brief bio of Mrs. Abimbola Balogun. She is a seasoned entrepreneur with over a decade of experience co-building the leading healthy food chain in Nigeria, So Fresh, and building her HR consulting firm, AB Consult. She is a transformative leader who has held numerous businesses, managed their teams, foster innovation, and achieve sustainable growth through her guidance and wealth of knowledge. Over the years, Mrs. Abimbola has trained multiple business owners and their employees as a qualified and experienced business coach. She has a Bachelor of Law degree from the University of Ilorin, Nigeria, and she is an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Personal Management. She is married to Olagoke and they are blessed with 3 remarkable children. Oh, welcome to the show.
Thank you again.
It's so nice to have you. And please, you will agree with me when I say she's looking so fresh and beautiful.
Thank you. You are as well.
Thank you so much, ma. I'm going to be asking a few questions. First, what was your journey? What made you start So Fresh? What was the inspiration behind So Fresh?
All right. So thank you so much. That's a very good question. And we get asked, that particular question all of the time. So how did the So Fresh idea, come about? In 2009, sometimes in 2009, my husband, shared this beautiful business idea around selling fresh fruits and vegetables. At the time, I was running my law office by the side, and he was surprised by my interest in the idea. And so, he started to put the structure and the, planning in place while I was getting mentally ready, because when he shared the idea, I saw it as my opportunity to really practice my HR career. Yeah. I'm someone that is very big on human capital development. Yeah. And so when he shared the idea, it was a retail model. And I know that we would always need employees, and that will be my platform to empowering lives. Yeah. And so I agreed. And in 2010, So Fresh started with the vision to transform how Nigerians shop for fresh fruits and vegetables, but most importantly, how it is prepared and consumed, because we are really big about healthy living, and what we eat directly impacts our lives, right? So, and growing up, we had a similar experience around having fresh fruits and vegetables around the house. Yeah. And so it was just natural for us to start it as a business.
I remember in my own house, my dad is always concerned about fresh food. So he prepared a special farm at the backyard because he wants his vegetables fresh. It's very important to eat healthy.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
so
good.
You studied law.
Yes.
And HR.
Yes.
So how did it influence your entrepreneurial journey? HR and law, how did it influence, starting So Fresh?
Okay, so I mean, my love for law has been since 5 years old. Growing up, I love to talk. I'm confident, and most importantly, I love to fight for my rights. Right, so it was just like a natural course to study. Even while I grew up, I still had that interest, and so. Coming out of school, I practiced law, right? I worked as a state counsel in the Ministry of Justice in Ilorin. And so after getting married, we moved to Lagos. And I practiced as well because I, had my law office going for me. And I was also a company secretary to a couple of small businesses. So I loved it. I loved the administrative side of it. And, HR came about because, again, at some point, I got bored, right, with practicing law. I just didn't want the courtroom kind of thing. I'm a more relational person. Yeah. And so I was exploring programs or careers that could give me that opportunity to really connect with people and develop people. And I stumbled on, Chartered Institute of Personal Management, and then I went to their office, somewhere in Alausa, and that was how the journey began. Yeah. So for me, the infusion really, it works, right? Because even right now at So Fresh, we have opportunities where we ensure that staff members are doing the right thing. They are complying with the rules and regulations, and, that's still some bit of love. Yeah. So, I mean, everything is working out well.
You said you've had this passion of being a lawyer right from small. So I'm sure when it's career day in school, maybe you dressed up as a lawyer, going to school and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. That's really wonderful. So were there any challenges you faced when transitioning from law, you were working in a law firm? Was there any challenges transitioning into business, this So Fresh business? Did you face any challenges?
None at all. For me, it was just a natural, smooth transition. Remember, I said that, the business idea was the retail model, which would give me the opportunity to really empower lives. And so I got it. And it just became my own platform to make impact in my own way. So the transition was smooth.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sure we're having a great time because I am. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will be diving even deeper and exploring the story behind Start Small, Scale Big. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Get ready for intellectually stimulating conversations, a podcast like no other. It's the Page to Shelf podcast. Join us as we navigate the world of creativity, from book ideation and publication to bookshelves and everything after that. Coming your way soon. Page to Shelf podcast, powered by Book Spider.
Welcome back. It's still Page to Shelf, powered by Book Spider. And I'm here with Mrs. Abimbola Balogun, and we've been having a great time. Mrs. Abimbola, so I want to ask, how did you grow So Fresh from a small shop to a leading healthy food chain? How did you do it?
So Fresh is a product of a great vision. My husband and I, like I said earlier, started it in 2010 from a very small shop. But even though we started small, right from the very early days, in fact, right from when the business idea dropped, it came with a vision. And so it was that vision that powered every single decision and move from then on. So indeed, just again to speak to our viewers that you can start you can do great things from small spaces. That's just the story of how So Fresh, started. And so even though we started small, we had that vision, and that vision powered, like I said, everything that we do, including the product development, including, defining who our customers are, including shaping who we hired, everything. But it wasn't all like a smooth sailing journey.
Definitely.
We were hit with different, like Nigeria would say, that's guys. So, but through it all, the fact that the destination was clear, the struggle was how to get there. So it was sort of, easier for us to step back and then ask ourselves, why are we not getting it right? So we went to a training school, a business school, where my husband and I got, trained on how to manage a business. So it's not enough to just have a passion for something. You need to learn the business side of it as well, which means you're learning how to manage operations, manage people, the marketing, logistics, everything. And so from then on, we started getting the word out. 2010, nobody was big on Fit Farm or eating healthy or staying this kind of way. So we pioneered the market in Nigeria, and I'm super amazed at how massive, the healthy wellness, industry has boomed in Nigeria and is still booming. So yes, we pioneered it. And so that means that we didn't have anybody to learn from. So we learned everything by ourselves, made the mistakes, and then we kept tweaking it till, we are where we are right now. But the thing that has worked for us is that we've always been open to learning and open to, take out whatever is not working, and then what is working, can we scale what is working? Can we improve it? And then that's been the journey of Surf.
That's amazing.
And today we have over 12 outlets across 5 states in Nigeria with over 150 employees.
That's amazing.
From one staff, right? And from one 45 square meter store to what we all celebrate today. I can proudly say that everybody loves So Fresh.
I love So Fresh. Yeah, I do. I'm sure our viewers and listeners, you are gaining something from this. You can do great things even from small places. And it's not just having a business idea. You have to train yourself. You have to improve yourself. Business is not just buying and selling. There are so many things involved, and you have to also improve yourself in that aspect. So, start small, scale big. Writing a book and managing business is not easy. So what was the hardest part of starting this journey, writing a book?
I like that question. Writing a book and managing a business. We've built So Fresh to a point where we now have a great team. And that means that I don't have to be around for things to work. So there's structure in place, and there are competent people who are managing different departments and units. And so along the line, as So Fresh story kept going out there and people can see the trajectory, the success, people kept asking us questions like, business owners, how are you doing it? I don't understand.
What's the secret?
Because this staff, they want to, they want to run my head over. So how are you doing it? Because I would visit the store, and maybe a year after, I would still meet some known faces. That means your retention is also good. You're not only hiring, you're able to retain, and they look happy, right? So how are you doing it? And so I started my Instagram page in 2017. And I started dishing out, short educational, content to help people along the line of, HR. And so again, in 2018, the opportunity to start monetizing that came. And of course, who doesn't love more?
We love money.
So I started monetizing. I created online courses
Yeah.
And then I created a signature program that turned out to be a huge success. It's called Building Great Teams. And so that was also going on well. And it got to a time where Chinoso has been, a fan and part of the So Fresh family, I must say. And he was like, Madam, we need to package this product into a book.
Yes.
I'm like, a book? Yes, please. I can't even think of it. No, I just want an ebook. I don't want to be out there. He said, come, let's do this thing. And I'm not even sure, maybe, typewriters have started, or maybe he was just thinking about it. And I'm like, okay. So in 2000, that was when he, muted the idea. And in 2023, I gave it a thought. Okay. And I'm like, yes, these products that I've been selling, the courses, it's time to package it into a product. And now So Fresh has even evolved. Yeah. So it's time to also tell a story of how we started small and we are scaling big. Because the biggest struggle of every young entrepreneur would be how to start. Start right. They don't even know how to start right. They don't even know what they need to do or what needs to happen to start. So how to start, how to structure their business, because it is when you structure your business that you can have the time to step away and look at some other areas of your life. Like you're not tied down to your business. So how do you structure? If you don't structure, you can't even think of growing and scaling. And so I'm like, okay. We started with a different topic entirely, and he gave me this topic. He said, let's start small, scale big. What is the message? And then we started writing it, and I'm amazed at the love. Like I've sold over 1,000 copies.
Wow.
And the very first time I announced this book on social media was 1st of October last year. And people were pre-ordering towards the launch. The launch was 29th of October last year, 2024. And we sold over 350 copies pre-ordered. Wow. Nigerians pre-ordered a book. And people were like, and this book is not cheap.
It's quality.
So, they love the fact that, we are going to be reading from the standpoint of a practitioner and a professional. Yeah. So you're a professional. You're an HR professional. So you understand the side of managing people, hiring rights, managing performance, and getting them to stay and build with the vision. And then you're a business practitioner. This is what you do every single day. It's not like it's a YouTube content you consume and then you are repurposing it into a book. This is your story.
Everyday story.
And so, yes, I just said, no, we have to put this product out there to help more businesses in Nigeria build sustainably. It's not enough to start a business and then maybe you fall sick or some other things happen and then you have to close down. No, it shouldn't be. And so that's the story of Start Small, Scale Big.
Small Scale Big. That's amazing. So many authors hit a wall at some point.
Right.
Was there a point when writing Start Small, Scale Big, maybe a chapter that you were like, what am I going to do? Was there any chapter that was most difficult to write?
Of course. I really love that question. Because this is entirely different from the first manuscript.
Yeah.
When I got the first manuscript, I read it, I'm like, oh no, I'm not sure. Can we do this again? Can we, So chapter 2 was particularly challenging. It's the one with the longest number of pages because that is where I discussed structure. Okay. And the title says Designing the Right Structure for Growth. And it's like 30 pages.
Wow.
You can imagine. Altogether, this is 181 page book. And so designing the right structure for growth. And, literally when you are designing structure, you are building, it takes time.
Yeah, it does.
It takes time. It's just like, imagine a kid trying to build blocks, Lego. You take time to build, but if you want to scatter, it just like everything will just come down. So, in fact, as we're having this discussion, I'm having a reflection to say that I was actually building something. And so that chapter 2 was the foundation and where I had to spend more time to build, the foundation and the strength that this book, really rests on. So chapter 2 did stretch me, but I am glad that it's turned out to be even the most impactful part of, the book.
It's amazing. Start small, scale big. So was there a technique that you used to break through, even though it was challenging? Did you pause, reflect, come back to it? Was there a technique you used?
Of course. Yes, there was. And the technique was feedback.
Okay.
When the manuscript the second time came out, and then I was sure to an extent that, okay, this can go to print, I shared it with 10 powerful, successful people who in different sectors, people who are really building a business, that I know that when they read this manuscript, they would be able to share constructive feedback. I also shared with some resource and business schools in my network. So a particular feedback came back, and it hurts me. The person was quite critical. I mean, these are my people, but I should be open to feedback, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. It threw me off. Like, I'm like, this is the second time, right? So I was expecting all 10 of them to be really positive. But you see, I got 9 positive, but the only negative feedback shook me, because the person that gave that feedback, I have a lot of respect for the person. And this person is a great resource in the SME community. And so, he then gave me some additional content to enrich what I already have. And so that took time again. In fact, from then to print another 2 months. Because of that, I have to start all over again. Wow. So yes, I had to pause, to reflect, to be open to feedback, because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about the lives
that will be changed,
and the businesses and the legacies that will be birthed, changed, transformed through this book.
Yeah. So you say that feedback changed your approach to the chapter and made you improve it, even make it better. The whole book. Not just the chapter, the whole book. That's amazing. So, writing is a lonely process, and you just explained you gave it to people to get feedback. So did these feedbacks, they challenged you, they made you push forward and even make it better? So would you advise writers to have writing partners, editors, friends, mentors that would help them push their book, push them to, produce a masterpiece like this?
Absolutely. Not just book, in anything you're doing in life, you need a support system. Yes. My husband, Goke, is my own biggest support system.
Aww.
My writing partner on this journey, writing start small, scale big. So yes, because the journey some people don't even know how to start. I have this beautiful story. I have this thing going for me, but how do I start? Yeah. So they need a writer, a professional writer. And after writing, you need to, edit it. You need to publish it. So yes, some self-publish, but I would say get professional, because then they have experience and they are able to package it into a masterpiece. Yeah. It's not just putting out a product. It is in designing and releasing a great product that would sell itself. People have bought this book and they have come back to buy more, to refer people. I was at an event on Sunday. Someone bought 2 copies. She said she has read it. She's on page 40 and her business is already taking a new shape. I'm like, really? So this is a story of impact. This is a story of, so if you really want to release something transformational, you need a writing partner. You need a strong support system to say the truth about what you are writing and then to help you.
And be able to accept feedback. Even if it's critical feedback that may not make you happy, but you have to approach.
Take a look again, give it a thought again.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ma. Your experience as an entrepreneur, did it help you push through creative blocks in the way you tackle business challenges? So did it help you in this book as an entrepreneur? You faced so many issues. Was it what gave you this, you about to say agbara, to tackle anything that came forward while writing this book?
That every phase of my life has prepared me for this, right? For launching this book, for writing this book. And I said that because it's not just been because, I've pushed through problems, in business. Business in itself you're supposed to be solving a problem.
Yeah.
That's why you are in the market.
In the business.
That's why you have a business. I mean, if you're not solving problems, and who's going to pay you for it? Then it's a charitable, thing. But in addition to being a business owner, I'm a mom of 3. It's a lot of work. And you push through challenges every single day.
It's not easy.
I'm not sure you can relate.
I cannot relate
yet.
I can't relate yet.
So yes, parenting, business, and managing lots of people. Did you recall the number of staff?
150.
Paying salaries every month. In fact, every business owner should write a book, right? So yes, all of this prepared me to push through, and so even the challenges I faced with this is nothing compared to what we've gone through building such a incredible company like So Fresh. So yes, I'm grateful for the training I have gotten from co-founding So Fresh, building it and still building it, because it will be 15 years in November this year.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
A food business. It's incredible. So any business owner celebrating even upward of 5, you try.
You don't try.
You try. You over try.
Yeah.
So yes, all of those prepared me for this.
You are doing so well, ma. You're an inspiration. I will start my business tomorrow. You're an inspiration, ma. So we have our tradition of always our guests will say a fun fact about themselves, something that people don't really know. So Mrs. Abimbola Balogun, what's the fun fact? What's something people don't know?
What people don't know about me? Well, I sing. In fact, my husband and I were a member of a church choir before we got married.
Okay.
Singing is what I enjoy. I don't sing often, but I do enjoy singing. But again, I love to play with my toddler. I can be a boss in the office, but I can still be a little child. So yes, I switch in between, and so I'll pick singing anyway.
Okay. So are you going to sing for us? Give us a short verse. Just a short verse.
I'll use that small scale bit to sing.
Oh yeah, nah.
Start small, scale big. You may start small. You don't have to stay small. You can scale big, big, big.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mrs. Abimbola. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. I've had an amazing time, and I am sure our viewers and listeners, you've gained a lot. If you're not writing, just play back and then start writing, because she has dropped so many key points that you need to take note of. Thank you once again, Mrs. Abimbola.
My pleasure. I had fun. Well done. You're such a great host.
Goodness. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. Don't forget to follow Pay to Shelf Podcast on all our social media platforms, on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their family, to tell their village people, to tell everybody in your community about Pay to Shelf Podcast. And don't forget to keep staying so fresh.
Right.
Till we meet again next time, I'm your host, Eze Goodness. Bye for now.